He's back. Last night, Donald Trump filed the paperwork, making it official, and then gave this announcement speech that he is running for president again in 2024.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States. This will not be my campaign. This will be our campaign all together.
But if you watched his speech on Fox News, that was pretty much all that you heard, because it wasn't long before Sean Hannity and friends interrupted his speech, literally right in the middle of it, and then just started gossiping.
When you look at this Donald Trump tonight, a very serious, very powerful speech. This is Donald Trump, and it's game time for him.
You mean the speech that he's literally giving right now that you're not even airing? Luckily, Newsmax aired the entire speech completely uninterrupted, and of course you could watch it on various live streams as well. Seriously, this is what Fox News has become.
Eric Trump got more subpoenas.
Now we're going to go back to former President Trump when news warrants.
The news is warranting right now. The news is happening right now. The speech is literally right now. As you can imagine, the liberal media is not very happy, but so far I haven't seen really many sound bites of them melting down. They really have their poker face on, but they can't hide their disdain in their headlines, like this one from NPR, which is a taxpayer-funded supposed news network that said Donald Trump, who tried to overthrow the results of the 2020 presidential election and inspired a deadly riot at the Capitol in desperate attempt to keep himself in power, is filed to run for president again in 2024. The Washington Compost reports the twice impeached former President Donald Trump. Oh, that's right, I forgot he was impeached not just once, but twice. Hopefully the Democrats will do it a third time, because let's be real, that was a lot of fun. Who refused to concede the 2020 election and is the subject of multiple criminal investigations, is running again in 2020, increasing the likelihood of a potential rematch with President Biden. Yeah, right. Joe Biden's not going to live that long. I mean, run again? The fake news is reporting that the fake fact checks on Facebook will no longer be applied to what Donald Trump says now that he has officially announced that he's running for president and filed the paperwork. And I can't see how this is actually true because, as we all know, Donald Trump isn't allowed on Facebook. Of course, the disinformation experts in the mainstream media, the biggest sources of disinformation, are furious. And I'm going to have to look closer into this to actually see what this really means, because there's no way that Facebook is going to stop putting their fake fact checks, their fact suppressors, on posts and articles and memes that are beneficial or support Donald Trump. I'm also hearing rumors that we may actually win the majority in the House of Representatives. And if that's the case, then that means that Nancy Pelosi will be demoted from Speaker of the House, the third most powerful person on the entire planet, to an ordinary 85-year-old congresswoman. But I don't want to sugarcoat this, because this is not going to be like his re-election campaign in 2020, when he had the support of virtually every Republican in Congress and all of the Republican and conservative pundits and social media personalities. This is going to be totally different. There is already a massive and growing rift in the Republican Party, and he's going to be facing some opposition from people like his former right-hand man, Mike Pence, who tonight is sitting down with the communist news network CNN and is going to pretend that they didn't call him a Nazi for 4 years, and is going to try to sell his book and throw Donald Trump under the bus. President Trump's petty, and that's what they were, little snipes at Ron DeSantis after he won re-election for governor in Florida didn't go over very well with pretty much anybody, and neither did his outburst at Glenn Youngkin, the governor of Virginia, which was strange. Yesterday, I posted this poll on my community tab on my YouTube channel, which is actually a very accurate representation of this audience, which are virtually all diehard MAGAs. And this is not like a poll on Twitter that can be easily manipulated, because it just depends on who retweets it. And on Twitter, there's a battle to see who can win the poll by retweeting it and getting it in front of certain people's audiences to then skew the poll. So this is not one of those easily manipulated polls. This is a poll of this channel and this audience. And I just asked, which would be the preferable nominee in 2024, Ron DeSantis or President Trump? And only 58% voted for Donald Trump, 38% Ron DeSantis, 4% other. So 1/3 of my own audience is tired of Trump or wants DeSantis. DeSantis may not run for several reasons. First of all, he may not think that he can win. He might not be able to win. And if he challenges Donald Trump and happens to get the nomination by some weird fluke, a large segment of MAGA supporters are not going to vote for him in the general election. And him and Trump battling each other is going to send him into the general election extremely tarnished. Not only that, but in today's society, in the midst of a collapsing empire, and that's what the United States is, running for president, and especially winning, ruins your life, as the entire Trump family can attest to. And Ron DeSantis might not want to put his wife and his small kids through that. During his speech last night, Donald Trump put it this way, not to try to scare off any potential competition, but his life has already been ruined. He has already sacrificed his entire life, his career, his wealth, potentially even his freedom, hopefully not his life, in order to do this. And so might as well do it again. Might as well cross the Rubicon. Might as well just keep going.
The journey ahead of us will not be easy. Anyone who truly seeks to take on this rigged and corrupt system will be faced with a storm of fire that only a few could understand, right? I happen to have some children in the front row. They understand.
Political campaigns were always dirty. The media was always liberal and bottom feeders, but now they're evil. Ivanka was not at his announcement last night, and as soon as it was done, she issued a statement saying in part that she loves her father very much, but this time around, she is choosing to prioritize her young children and the private life that they have been creating as a family, and does not plan to be involved in politics anymore. And you can't really blame her, because before Donald Trump ran in 2016, there probably wasn't a single person on planet Earth who had anything bad to say about Ivanka. Not only is she extremely gorgeous, but she's smart and she's elegant and she's respectful. She is the exact opposite of a Kim Kardashian or a Paris Hilton. But now, the poor girl's life has been ruined. For 7 years, the swamp has been doing everything that they can to try to silence and stop Donald Trump. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go so far as to get Merrick Garland and the Justice Department to indict him on some trumped-up charges. No pun intended. This is not going to be all fun and games, and I'm already seeing the rumblings of a lot of popular conservatives, not just the Never Trump neocons, who are plotting to try to take him down. But I still support him 100%. And by the way, Elon Musk, we're still waiting on you to reinstate his Twitter account, and the hundreds of others, or thousands of others, who have been wrongfully censored by the platform that you are now in fully control of, sir. Buckle up, because the Trump train has just left the station, and we're due for a rough ride ahead. And of course, you should order your Trump 2024 t-shirt from my online store at markdice.com, or click the link in the description below, or your Ultra MAGA shirt, your F. Joe Biden shirt, Rest Dr. Fauci shirt. Christmas is just around the corner, by the way, so head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.